दास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपनाथ श्याम कुंद राधा कुंद गिरी गोवर्धन धाम की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवदीप धाम की जय। गंगा मैया की जय। यमुना मैया की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्रीमद् भगवत गीता की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Guru Maharaj. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimati. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। शृण्वतां सकथा कृष्णः पुण्ये श्रवणकीर्तना हृदन्तैस्तुभद्राणि विध्नोति स्वस्थतां नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नष्टकी। Hare Krishna. Thank you all for joining. So today we are reading from Canto 3rd, chapter 15 and text number 29. So we'll start. I request if Vindhyavali Mataji could lead us in chanting.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Today it looks like it's, I don't know, please bear with me.
Sure.
I will do in, I think, Brahma Samhita. द्वार्ये एतयोर्निवसिषोर् मिषतोर् अपृष्ट्वा पूर्वा यथा पुरत वज्र कपटिकया सर्वत्र ते विषमया मुनियो स्वदृष्ट्या यो संचरन्ते अविहत विगताभिसंकथा द्वैर्ये तवोर् निवसिषोर्मिषतोर् अपृष्ट्वा पूर्वा यथा पुरत वज्रकपटिकया सर्वत्र ते विषमया मुनय स्वदृष्ट्या ये संचरन्ते अविहत विगताभिसङ्कः द्वार्ये तवो निवसिषोर्विशतोर् अपृष्ट्वा पूर्वा यथा पुरत वज्रकपटिकाया सर्वत्र ते विषमया पुनयो स्वदृष्ट्या ये संचरन्ते अविहत विगताभिसङ्कः। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you, Mother. Thank you for leading us. Great. Okay. Other devotees, would you like to recite please?
हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna.
द्वारि एतयोर्निविशोर्मिषतोर् अपृष्ट्वा पूर्वा यथा पुरत वज्रकपाटिकायाः सर्वत्र ते अविस्मया मुनया स्वदृष्ट्या ये संचरन्त्या अविहता विगताभि संकः। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Matani. Anyone else would like to say? Okay, then I'll do. द्वार्या एतयो निविविशुर्मिस्त्रोरपृष्ट्वा पूर्वा यथा पुरता वज्र कपातिकायः सर्वत्र ते विस्मया मुनया स्वदृष्टया ये संचरति अभिता विगत भिशंकः. Synonyms: द्वारी, in the door; etayo, both doorkeepers; nivivishuhu, entered; mistoho, while seeing; aprashtava, without asking; purvaha, as before; yatha, as; purat, made of gold; vajra, and diamond; kapatikaha, the doors; yaha, which; sarvatra, everywhere; they; avishmaya, without any sense of discrimination; Munaya, the great sages; Swadrishtaya, out of their own will; Ye who; Sancharanti, move; Avihataha, without being checked; Vigata, without; Abhishankha, doubt. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charnarin Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The great sages headed by Sanaka had opened doors everywhere. They had no idea of ours and theirs. With open minds, they entered the seventh door out of their own will, just as they had passed through the 6 other doors, which were made of gold and diamonds. The great sages, namely Sanak, Sanatan, Sanandan, and Sanat Kumar, although very old in years, maintained themselves eternally as small children. They were not at all duplicitous, and they entered the doors exactly as little children enter places without any idea of what is to trespass. That is the child's nature. A child can enter any place and no one can check him. Indeed, a child is generally welcome in his attempts to go places. But if it so happens that a child is checked from entering a door, he naturally becomes very sorry and angry. That is the nature of a child. In this case, same thing happened. The childlike saintly personalities entered all the 6 doors of the palace and no one checked them. Therefore, they attempted to enter the 7th door and were forbidden by the doorman, who checked them with their sticks. They naturally became very angry and sorrowful. An ordinary child would cry, but because they were not ordinary children, they immediately made preparation to punish the doorman. For the doorman had committed a great offense. Even to this day, a saintly person is never checked from entering anyone's door in India. Om Agyan Timiradasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vande Aham Sri Guru Sri Utapadikam Sri Gurun Vaishnamsha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanamitam Tam Sajim Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Dem Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namne Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharne Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarne. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gorattushe Nama Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Surupakam Bhaktavatar Maktakam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुस्तुते प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। The translation again: the great sages headed by Sanaka had opened doors everywhere. They had no idea of ours and theirs. With open mind, they entered the seventh door out of their own will, just as they had passed through the six other doors, which were made of gold and diamonds. So, yesterday we were discussing that these four Kumaras, four Chatush Kumara, uh, headed by Sanaka, Sanatana, Sanandan, and Sanat Kumar, these four Kumaras, they are our four brothers, first sons of Brahma, and they actually were very highly elevated uh, Brahmanas. They are actually incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If you see in Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter 3rd, Suta Goswami, when he was explaining about the different incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the first he mentioned about these four Kumaras. Prathama, the first one. So these four Kumaras are none other than the Shakti Avesha avatar, or the empowered incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Empowered means they are living entities, but they were empowered by the Lord, and especially the empowerment was that the spiritual knowledge. They were empowered by the spiritual knowledge, because for that they are actually still they are roaming around the whole world and spreading the spiritual knowledge to the everyone. So these four Kumaras are not ordinary child, but as Prabhupada mentioned here, like this in the first line, Prabhupada says that these great sages, first of all, they are rishi, they are not child. So Prabhupada says these great sages, namely Sanak, Sanatan, Sanandan, and Sanat Kumar, these four Kumaras, uh, although very old in years, means Prabhupada is saying that they are the first child of Lord Brahma. In this creation, when Lord Brahma is the first living entity who born out of the lotus coming out from the navel of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So Lord Brahma is a direct son of Lord Vishnu. And Lord Brahma, when he started creation, the first sons were these four Kumaras. So they are the forefather of all the living entities, almost, right? They are the for the first living entities there. So they are very old in years. Means if we calculate the life of Brahma right now, Brahmaji in our universe is 51-year old. 50-year-old plus 1 day. So almost, because 1 day of Brahma means what? 1 day of Brahma is basically 1,000 times. If we basically calculate 1 day of Brahma is 1,000 times, you actually do these four yugas, four cycles like Satyuga, Treta-yuga, Dwapara-yuga, Kali-yuga. So these combined, right now Kali Yuga, we are in Kali Yuga, and we have seen that 5,000 years are already gone in Kali Yuga. So we still have 427,000 years still need to go. So total 432,000 years in Kali Yuga. Then Dwapar Yuga is double of Kali Yuga. Whatever we have in Kali Yuga, if we multiply it by 2, that means Dwapar Yuga. That's 864,000 years. And then before the Kali Yuga, there was a Treta Yuga. Treta Yuga is 3 times of Kali Yuga. Means 432,000 multiplied by 3 is 1,296,000 years. That's Treta Yuga. And before that was Satyuga, which is the 4 times of Kali Yuga, means 728,000 years. And you combine all four, you combine all of these fours, and then that will make one yuga cycle. And then when that goes 1,000 times, when that goes 1,000 times, it becomes one day of Brahma. So, and then in Brahma's, as one day of Brahma, then Brahma has 365 days, 360 days in a year, and then you multiplied that by 360 days, and then you multiplied by 50 years. So if you imagine like half of the Brahma, like Brahma's half age is already gone. So we can say that these four Kumaras are that old right now. But still, they look like a young boy, like 5-year-old boy. Because Prabhupada says that they maintain themselves eternally as small children. Even though they are very advanced in their knowledge, even though they're very advanced sages, very highly elevated Brahmanas, empowered incarnation of Supreme Personality of Godhead. And even though like they, and also we know there are four sampradayas in the Vedic system, who are basically Vaishnava sampradaya, and one of them is basically started by these four Kumaras called Kumara sampradaya. So which is also Nimbarka Swami. Srila Nimbarka Swami actually came in this Kumara sampradaya. So Nimbarka Swami is basically the Acharya of Kumara sampradaya. So these four Kumaras are like the Acharyas. They are teaching Bhakti Yoga. Right? So these four Kumaras, even though they are very old and very senior and very highly advanced, but still they were keeping themselves as small children. So here Prabhupada say that Prabhupada is mentioning the different very good quality like that they have, that they were not at all duplicitous. Means they are very simple. What Prabhupada is saying, that they are not that whatever they are inside, they are looking outside same. They are very simple hearted devotees. They were not duplicitous. They have no cheating in their heart. It's not that sometimes we see people are basically like, they are talking outwardly very nicely, but inside they have like bad intentions, or they want to harm someone, or they want to take away something, or they might have lust, greed, those kind of things are there. But these four Kumaras, they are free from that. They were not at all duplicitous. They were very simple hearted. All they want is they want to have a darshan of Supreme Person of Godhead. Yesterday we were discussing that they were basically we heard the glories of the Lord from the lips of Lord Brahma, and they become attracted to see the beautiful form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's all they were looking for. So they were not really looking for anything else. See, as we like, many devotees come to temple and they want to see beautiful form of Shri Radha Sharad Vihari. They want to see beautiful form of Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Ramarani. They want to see beautiful form of God Nitai, Srila Prabhupada. So when we come to temple and we see how beautiful, how nicely deities are being decorated, so our heart will become so happy. So everybody want to see beautiful things. Everyone. See, this is our nature. As a human, or as a spirit soul, we are attracted by the beauty. Similarly, here, when Lord Brahma glorified Supreme Personality of Godhead to these four Kumaras, they were become attracted to the form of the Lord. They haven't seen in their life before. They have not seen Krishna or Lord Vishnu before in their life. But by hearing from Lord Brahma, they become attracted. That's why they were very, very excited to see the Lord. Sometimes like, when we go to temple, we are so excited because today if there is Janmashtami festival or Ramnami festival, everybody want to come temple to see the Lord. You see how so many people comes. All they just want to see the Lord face to face here. Because this is the desire they have, because we are going to see how beautiful the deities are being decorated. Let's see, go and see the Lord. So this is the attraction that brings people to Krishna, because Krishna is the most beautiful personality. Krishna is so beautiful that everyone who see Krishna, they cannot take their eyes away from there. So beautiful. So here when they hear the beauty of the Lord, the form of the Lord, Vishnu form, so they all want to see. These four Kumara, they want to see. So they were very simple hearted. They were coming to see the Lord. And they were entering, like, see, in our, like, I have seen, like, nowadays many kids are coming to our temple, because they are very much interested in bhakti yoga. So they, when they come, I see, like, whenever their parents drop their children outside the temple, they just run inside. They won't even see who is left or who is right, who is sit in front or left. But they're just very simple hearted. They just want to go and see that temple. As soon as uh, we have, like, Aarti started, all the kids, they come run into the temple because they want to perform kirtan. So this is the nature of children. They really don't see what is, whether I need to go, how I need to go, what need to go, nothing. They simply go there. They go there. Here Prabhupada say these four Kumaras also, like, exactly like small children. They enter the door exactly like little children enter places without any idea of what is to trespass. They were not even giving another thought. Should I go? Should I not go? Should I go slowly? Should I go? These children are like, they are so simple hearted. And that's the child's nature. That's the child's nature. Because when they are attracted to certain things, they just go. They don't see here and there. And these four Kumaras are also like that. They were, as I say, they are very senior. But if you really see from that perspective, that how when they actually appeared in the material world, but the nature they were pretending is like a child's nature. This is the nature actually we should go to see the Lord. We should not go to see the Lord with some kind of, in different motivation. We should go and see the Lord with open heart. Okay, here is the Lord, I want to see him, right? So a child can enter any place and no one can check him. And this is also like, even senior people, or people who are senior devotees, when they see the children, they say, "Oh, let it go," because they are so simple. Let them go. What they're going to do? They are not going to do any harm, or they are not going to do. They don't have any kind of bad intention, or they are not going to spoil anything. They are simple hearted. They want to go. Let them go. And this is what no one checks in them, right? And this is the same thing that even these four Kumaras, when they were entering six gates, previously they entered six gates, huh? And no one checked them. No one checked, no. These four kids are going, let them go. And they were naked. They were naked and they were just keep going and then going. So here Prabhupada say, indeed, a child is generally welcome in his attempt to go places, but if it is to happen that child is checked from entering a door, he naturally become sorry and angry. This happen. This is, if you say child not to do something, they suddenly become, why you are not letting me do? So this is like, they immediately become like, feel so sorry about that I'm not able to do it, and they become angry with that person who is not letting them do. So this is this happen. Srila Prabhupada saying this is exactly same thing happen here. These four Kumaras coming with with open heart, they want to see the Lord, and suddenly this Jay and Vijay, they were standing as a doorkeeper, as a doorman, and they had a stick in their hand. Stick means they were holding these lances in their hand, and when they were entering into the door, they just put in front and then say, "You can't enter." So they were just very, very with a strange voice and very different face. They say, "You can't enter there," right? Or something like that. So these four Kumara, they really become very angry and sorry for that, because they were coming with some desire that they want to see the Lord, and suddenly there is a disruption. Suddenly there is an obstacle to fulfilling their desire. This happened to us also. Say if we have some desire in our heart, and some problem come, or somebody create an obstacle in our life, or in our endeavor to get that our desire satisfied, what happens? Suddenly krodha comes, right? If you have desire, and then when the desire doesn't get satisfied, what happen is krodha comes. Krodha means anger. And when you have desire satisfied, then you want more, means greed comes. So in reality, they all come from the pointed desire. So krodha, or the anger, and the lobha or greed, is basically the point after when you have desire. So when the desires get satisfied, you become more greedy. And when desires become dissatisfied, when your desires are becoming interrupted by something, you become angry. And they have that desire to see the Lord, but they could not see because these two doorkeeper not letting them inside. So they become very sorry and angry. So Prabhupada is saying that that is the nature of a child. So in this case, same thing happened. Well, it's the same thing happened. They just Prabhupada is giving analogy like a normal child and these four Kumaras. So these childlike saintly personalities entered all six doors of the palace and no one checked them. So they will keep walking, and then no one checked them. So they are saying, okay, when nobody checked me in like previous six gates, we can enter the seventh gate also. And they did not ask for any permission or anything. They were just going, oh, we are going to go and see the Lord. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Like that. Therefore, when they attempted to enter the seventh door, were forbidden by the doorman. So they put the stick in front. Hey, you can't go. Like that. They have a stick in their hand and they say, you can't go. So in the point is that the Jay and Vijay, they actually were thinking that who these four child are. They are naked and they were entering into the Vaikuntha. From where they're coming? From where they're coming and why they're entering? Sometime like when some important meeting is going on inside or something is going in the thing, when Lord is doing some activity or whatever, these doorkeepers say why these children are going to make a mess or they're going to go inside and they're going to shout and fight or whatever. So don't go there. So they just put a stick. You can't go there. And they were basically, when they say that you can't go inside, it's like they were thinking that these are ordinary child. The Jay and Vijay, they were thinking that these four children, even though they are very highly elevated devotees, but they thought that these are just ordinary child. So they did not stop them with proper respect. They stopped them with idea that, oh, you are not supposed to enter here. You're not supposed to enter. So here, Professor would check them with their stick. They naturally become very angry and sorrowful, and that really irritated those four Kumaras. They become very angry, right? If we'll go back here, like here, see this is like in the translation mentioned here is they had no idea of ours and theirs. This is like when whatever belong to us or whatever belong to other people, this is the idea. Like these four Kumaras, because they are naturally very highly elevated, they were not thinking whether we should take permission or whether we should ask, can we enter, can we knock the door or something like that. They were thinking, well, everything is ours or everything is whatever is others property also is everybody belong to God's property. So they are very highly elevated here. So here Prabhupada says that an ordinary child would cry if this thing would happen. If they will not get what they want. We have seen like many children, when they want something and they don't get it, they start crying. So means because they want, and then some parents, when they give, some parents don't give. That's up to them. But this is the normal scenario. But because they were not ordinary children, here Prabhupada said this is the important point. They are not ordinary children. They immediately made preparation to punish the doorman because they were Brahmanas. They were Brahmanas. So they were thinking that how can you stop them? How can you stop us like going to see the Lord? Means what they think is that these two doorkeeper, they have this idea of that when we came to this place up to this point, it means we are not like a demon like personality. We are not going to harm. We are here to see the Lord. And they could not recognize that these four Kumaras are coming with that intention. So they say that this is a great offense, to all of us, like all the four Kumaras. So as they are Brahmanas are generally do not get provocated by that situation. This is one of the important point here. Later, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Jiva Goswami also going to explain that the quality of Brahmana is basically that they should not get provoked even in the situation when things were not favorable to them. Because this is a quality of Brahmana. Tolerate, especially, and forgiveness. two important quality a Brahmana should have is that first of all they should tolerate, and second thing is that they should forgive if somebody made an offense against them, right? But here these four Kumaras, even though they are great Brahmanas, but they become angry. Anger is basically a quality in the mode of ignorance. That's another point. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur later going to discuss those points later when Prabhupada also mentioned in the next few verses is going to come. But point is that even though they were in pure, they were completely in goodness, but because of this thing, they immediately become angry. Anger is basically a quality of mode of ignorance. They should not have come in ignorance. That's their fault also. But this is all Leela. Again, this is all Krishna's transcendental Leela. So these doorkeeper, they also actually stop them. Even generally, it happens that the devotees, especially these two doorkeepers, Jay and Vijay, they are associates of the Lord, and they generally never made this kind of offense to any devotees. But this time they stopped them. So because of that, like even the Brahmana like personality, these four Kumaras, they become angry. And they were ready. They think that this is a great insult to us. They feel very much insulted in their heart. Even though from the point of Jay and Vijay, it was not a great thing, like great offense. They were still stopping, like maybe because that's their job. Might be they are doing their job accordingly. But because these four Kumar, they thought that, hey, we are coming to see the Lord, and you are not letting us see the Lord. So this is a great offense. So they think that we should actually punish these two doorkeepers. They're ready to punish them. So this is like we have to be really careful also, like because even in our devotional life, many times we handle or we have to basically deal with many personalities. Some devotees, non-devotees, mix all type of people. So we have to basically be very careful because we don't know what other person is thinking, what they are doing, what is going on in their mind. We don't know. It's very difficult because we are not like we are not like pure devotees who can actually see. So we have to be a little careful here, that we should not make unnecessary offenses. Because things sometimes in order to do our job or our duties, mm, it might happen that some people might feel offended, but that's a part of job, that need to be done. But as I see, like these two doorkeepers, they were trying to do their job, but again point is that this, because they stopped this great personality, but eventually we're going to see at the end of this pastime, this is all arranged by the Lord. But in normal scenario this can also happen, right? This can also happen, but we need to make sure that we should very carefully handle these kind of scenarios. Especially if somebody who is basically coming with this simple heart. Here these Kumaras, four Kumaras, they were coming with this desire to see the Lord. They have no bad intention. If somebody coming with bad intention, then the Jay and Vijay, whatever they have done is great because that's their job, right? But here, because they were coming to see the Lord, and they think that here in the Vaikuntha, later we are going to see that when there is a discussion going to start, these four Kumaras going to say, because you are discriminating who can go to Lord, who cannot go to Lord. That's why you are not supposed to become the doorkeeper of the Lord here. They will give their own reason why they curse them. But when Lord is going to come out from Vaikuntha, and then when he's going to see that my devotees, they were being cursed by these four Kumaras, Lord is going to ask forgiveness from the Brahmanas, but he will support his devotees. We are going to see very interesting pastime when we're going to later reveal this. Lord is going to support his devotees. He did not like, Lord Vishnu did not like these Brahmanas because they were basically coming under this control of mode of ignorance. They were cursing and because of anger. But point is that because they are Brahmanas, Lord give them full respect. But he supported his devotees. Lord always take care of his devotees. Lord always is on the side of his devotees. So Lord is going to say that, because my devotees make the mistake, So it is my mistake, so please forgive me. He did not say that, oh, my devotees make the mistake, so I will go on the Brahmana side and I'll chastise my devotees. He actually supported Jain vision. So these things will come later. But point is here is that this unfortunate incident happened. From our perspective, it look like unfortunate, but it's all Lord's Leela. So we're going, that also going to reveal why these four Kumaras stopped, why these four Kumaras cursed these two doorkeepers, and what happened after that. So this beautiful pastime comes after that. But here Prabhupada say one another point is that, which is a etiquette. Last line, what Prabhupada says is an etiquette. Even to this day, a saintly person is never checked from entering anyone's door in India. Means when Prabhupada is writing this book, at that time, the world was 50-year-old, like when these 50 years back, still there were people who are very, saintly persons were very much respected. But now this Kali Yuga is increasing, every day. So who is very difficult to trust even people who have wearing this saffron dress. There are many bogus people, many cheaters, many kind of people who are doing this kind of wrong activity. They can also dress up and come, so they can take advantage of the situation. And but when Prabhupada was there in India, he said that at that till that time, he's saying even to this day, what Prabhupada is saying, even to this day means Srila Prabhupada writing these books probably around in 1970s, right? Maybe 60, 60s, 68, 69, 70s sometime. So even Prabhupada saying even to this day, a salary person is never checked. So at that time, the situation were very nice because in a Vedic system, when there is a Varnashram system is there, in there, all the Varnas, four Varnas, they give full respect to the devote sannyasis, especially any sages who are traveling to different places, they were giving full respect. Whenever sage come to their home or their town or their village, everyone give respect to them, everyone give them like a place to stay, for the food, those kind of things were there. But nowadays, because we are basically changing from that society to more of a this city culture or this Western culture way of living. So where there is you can't even enter anybody's house. If you enter, who knows? They might bring gun and then they will shoot you. So that culture is being gone almost. Like even in India also it's gone. But Prabhupada is actually mentioning that was a culture which was very much like part of the Vedic system and there. But now it might not be there. But the point is that the saintly person should be respected. What Prabhupada is saying is that whenever we see a genuine saintly person, we should give full respect. We should basically give a full respect so that we don't offend saintly person. If you offend, like it might happen that people might offend ordinary person, that's okay. Sometime it can happen, but we should not offend saintly person at all circumstances, because that can be a great offense, that can be very much problematic for our spiritual progress. So that's why Prabhupada mentioned this. A saintly person should be given respect, and they should be invited to our houses and then give full respect. Plus, we should offer them nice prashadam and a seat, and then we should actually greet them very nicely. So these are the few points. We can see what from Prabhupada's purport here. So time is around like 8:37. So I'll stop now here and see if anyone have any comment or any questions or any reflection they want to share. Please go ahead. All right, I see one hand raised. Mitravinda Mataji, would like to share your thoughts?
Hi, Krishna Prabhu. This is my businesses. I'll go to Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for giving the class. Isn't it that in our culture, it's not just saintly persons who should be welcomed and treated nicely, because Krishna is in the heart of everyone. It's not that we are blind and don't see, threats, or, we shouldn't protect children and women. But Srila Prabhupada built this house that everyone should come into. And in that way, we also should treat one another as aspiring Vaishnavas with respect and kindness. So I just wanted to put a highlight on not just saintly, but it is our culture to be welcoming and kind because this Krishna consciousness doesn't belong to any one of us.
Yes, Mati. No, that's anybody who's a Vaishnava. As I mentioned, when I'm saying saintly person means Vaishnavas. So we should because Vaishnava offense is the greatest offense, as we have seen. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that the Vaishnava offense is like a mad elephant who can actually destroy all our spiritual whatever progress we have made. So we should be very very careful. Like any Vaishnavas, we should not offend. And even though ordinary people, as you mentioned rightly, devotees are very compassionate. They are all looking for everybody's spiritual progress. So we should not offend anyone else. But here, because what Prabhupada mentioned is because they were great saintly people, these four Kumaras, so the reaction can come very severe. If anyone offend devotees, then offend that reaction can be very serious. But uh, point is that yes, I agree with you like completely that we should not offend anyone. We should welcome everyone with open heart, and we should basically, especially like when we are being a Vaishnava, we should be compassionate. We should basically help everyone in their spiritual journey. uh, my understanding is that as a Vaishnava, we should help everybody make progress in their spiritual journey. If we create problem for others people's other devotees or anyone else spiritual progress, that's a great offense. We should not hamper their progress. uh, they should all get opportunity. They should all get their own way of doing their devotional service. So we should not create trouble for other people, or we should not create like obstacle for other spiritual journey. Rather, everyone should make their own journey very easy and nice. And plus, we should, if possible, we can help each other. Definitely, we should actually help all the devotees, even the people who are not Vaishnava. We should welcome them. That's what Prabhupada opened all these temples and these centers where we welcome all new devotees and existing devotees to come and have nice prashadam and nice association and nice kirtan, so that we can make our progress. All right. Thank you very much, Mataji, for sharing. Anyone else have any other comment or question? All right. If there is nothing,
Hare
so
Krishna, Prabhuji.
yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
What I'm thinking is that we should not offend the devotee, because if the devotee is very pure, so they can curse us by mistake or something. Like devotees, like these four Maras, they were very spiritual, and they cursed because they were offended. So we should not offend devotees,
Yeah.
because their curse might be very, very powerful, even like their
Yes.
bhakti.
Yes. The Vaishnava offense is very powerful, very very strong. As Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as I mentioned, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that Vaishnava offense is like a mad elephant. So if we made a Vaishnava offense, as a mad elephant can destroy everything whatever like we have our houses, our garden, everything. So if mad elephant enter into garden, mad elephant can destroy everything. So similarly, like in our spiritual life, if we made an Vaishnava offense, it's very very detrimental, very very difficult for us to overcome that. So other kind of offense, even like we have offense to holy name, we have offense to deities, offense to dham, so many other offenses are there. So but Vaishnava offense considered very very severe. Other offenses also also severe. We should not do that. Point is that we should not do any offense to anyone, but Vaishnava offense is considered the most dangerous for our spiritual life. That's true.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Here, in this purport, they're saying, the translation, they are young children, and they just think, like I always see with young baby children, they're just walking. They don't have any bad intention. The way they smile and everything innocently, they're innocent at that age. So here these children, that's what Prabhupada is saying. They think everything is ours, everything is theirs. They don't know. They
Yes.
just do behave like that. Because here, Sanaka, Sanatana, Sananda, Sanat Kumar, the four of them, they are young children. They are just behaving like young children only. So that's what we have to just tell them in a nicer way. And no, no, you just can't go and you just wait here. I will take care of you. Like that, they should have been taken care. So young children, they're always innocent. They're always think like looks like God. The way they smile, the way they do everything. So here, Jay Vijay, they just thought they're ordinary. They thought ordinary children, but they wanted to just punish them. Means they wanted to just stop them like that. They would have escorted and they would have taken them. That's what I felt.
Yes.
But no, they here everything has God has hand in this. There is some reason for Jai Vijay to be like that, and there's some reason they will get another this thing, birth, another what is it, blessing or something, whatever you say, like that. So
Yes.
Jai Vijay like that. So it's all some we cannot say that like just they punished, just they should be punishing, and then the more and more people grow up big, then the other things feelings comes. And when we grow big, when we're babies, they're innocent, but and they're growing big, they they have all kinds of feelings, all kinds of enmity, all kinds of things will come out. So Vaishnavas, everybody is nice. I'm not saying that. But the more they grow up and the things are coming, even in a temple also, you have not like all of them pure devotees are coming. We some people come wants to see the beautiful deity of Krishna. I don't blame. But behind this, whatever we have in Bhagavatam, how many people are digesting that? How many people are following that? So if we follow, then we are pure Vaishnavas. If we don't follow, that's not. So we don't know. So that's what I felt, Prabhu.
Mm. No, but point is that, Mataji, yeah, whatever you said is like about the child, yes, definitely. But here, this important point what Srila Prabhupada is bringing is that even though this pastime is all arranged by the Lord,
Yeah.
this all arrangement of the Lord, but why they are giving Srimad Bhagavatam to actually to give us teachings or to give us indications that we should not basically do this
Mm.
in our own endeavors. Even though like Jay and Vijay, Lord actually favors his devotees all the time. If you
Yeah.
are a Vaishnava, Lord
Mm.
will always with you. Because we are all Vaishnavas, we are all serving the Lord, we are all chanting Hare Krishna. So definitely Lord will always support us. But
Mm.
still, we should be careful. We should be
Yeah, we
careful
should be
that
careful. Not,
we should not provoke unnecessary like this kind of things. So here again the point is that there's a fault from four Kumaras also.
yeah.
They are
they're
from four
they're
Kumaras
still
also.
baby. They're still babies, young.
Yeah. So first of all, they are babies. If they are child, they should behave like a child.
Yeah.
But they did not behave like a child. When they were stopped, they started to give curse. The first, as I say, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is going to explain later. As a Brahmana, they should exhibit the quality of tolerance and forgiveness. They didn't do it. So, but Lord is not going to point fault with them. Lord is going to say, well, because as a duty, we should not point say, hey, you guys also should not do this. Rather saying, Lord saying that please forgive me because my devotees, me Jay and Vijay, made an offense to you. So this is the way Lord is saying that if this situation happen, we should become humble. Devotee should become humble and really take this as Lord's blessing. And then he's saying, well, you have cursed my devotees, but later he said his devotee that don't worry, I will come and take you. So this also gives one very good thing is that while doing our service, if by chance we make a mistake,
Mm-hmm.
we should not make a mistake. That's one thing.
That's true.
Be
That's true.
extra careful that we should not make mistakes. But even if we make mistake, don't worry, Krishna will help you. The whole
Mm-hmm.
pastime I'm going to reveal is going to like that. If we are dedicated to Krishna's service, if we are sincerely serving Krishna, if we are sincerely in the preaching movement of Srila Prabhupada, then definitely Prabhupada and Lord Krishna will with us. Because we are sincerely serving, but if we are basically duplicitous in our nature, then it's a problem. But if we are
That's
very, very sincere and dedicated to this movement, then even though we might make a mistake, because again, we are ordinary human being, we are not really that highly elevated. I'm talking about myself, I'm not talking about other, but
no, no. We're
I'm
all. We're all.
I'm a, like a I'm very lowly
We're
person, so
all
I
like
can
that,
make a
Prabhu.
mistake. I can make a mistake. I'm not. I don't know everything. I'm not Lord. I just say I'm just a person who try to become Vaishnava. So I can make a mistake, but I know that if I'll made a mistake, I'll go to my Guru Maharaj or my Srila Prabhupada or my Lord Shri Krishna that please forgive me because I'm an ordinary soul. Like I can make a mistake, and they understand that it can when you're on this path you can make a mistake, but when you repeatedly or intentionally do those things, that's a problem.
Yeah,
So, but this actually gives that confidence that when we are sincere and when we are dedicated in service of Krishna, Krishna will always support us.
that's
Krishna
why Jai Vijay got that
did
blessing.
not support Brahmanas. I'm telling you, because they did not exhibit their qualities.
Yeah,
They did not exhibit their qualities
yes,
actually,
of course.
even though like Lord give them respect because this is the system that Brahmana should be given full respect.
That's true.
But ultimately, eventually, they also get benefited because they came to see the Lord rather than entering into Vaikuntha. They have darshan of the Lord on the door itself, and then they smell the tulsi offered to the Lord's feet. So their purpose is also solved. They also see the Lord, and then they went back. So Lord actually benefited both of them, but
And
he
Jai
loves
Vijay also got blessed.
yeah, no, but he loves his devotee more. That's the point.
That's,
Lord loves his devotees because
mm,
these four Kumaras they were not devotees at that time. They become devotee later. They were
oh,
they were more attached to impersonal form of the Lord before. When they're going to see the Lord, they're going to become attached to the first personal form later. So till that time, Lord actually always support his personal associates. But
that's
again,
I.
as I say, like even though like one another point like can come. Actually, many relation is there in this pastime. Like being a devotee, we should not think that we are so powerful also. Like and because
Mm,
these if Jay and Vijay also made mistake that they were thinking that well we are doorkeeper of Lord Vishnu, how can they are entering? So and they actually Srila Vishwanath Thakur also mentioned the point that they stopped them in a humiliating way. Hey, where are you going? Stop, stop. Like as you said, Mataji, that we have to be very nicer in if you have to do service and we have to stop someone, we have to be very humble and nice way. Okay,
mm.
don't do this, please, like that, like that. We should try that way. But they actually didn't set it at that the way these four Kumara become irritated. Yeah, this is another way like how to deal. This is another this is management lesson
It's a
how
very
to
delicate
communicate,
thing. Yeah,
your point so that you can give the point also and then other person don't feel
don't
offended.
hurt him.
Yeah, that's we have to learn as a devotee.
It's a very nice thing. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Many things will come with this. All right, thank you very much. Anyone else have any last comment or question before we end? All right, nothing is there. So thank you all for joining today morning Srimad Bhagavatam. Have a wonderful Krishna conscious day. Vancha.
Thanks for giving me the opportunity to do the sloka, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. It's always my
I,
pleasure that
whatever best I could do, I
no,
do.
Mataji, please always bless us. You are so senior to us.
Thank you.
So please always bless us. So thank
Thank
you
you.
very much.
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां
पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्रीमद्